Where? Where am I? What happened to my raft? This doesn't look like the server. Wait. Wait a second. This isn't even Java. Where am I? Alright, so we all know how those first few hours after you find yourself in a new world go. You punch the trees, you make some tools, you hunt some food, conveniently find armor floating in the ocean, kill the drowned, protecting the armor, get a trident from that drowned, wait for food to cook, get a chicken first egg throw, raid a village, steal a bed, help a golem do his job, raid another village, throw your trident its way, go caving, find a mine shaft, leave the mine shaft till you have real armor, make a portal, go to the nether, get shot at by gas, get caught on fire, leave the nether, watch an enderman steal your grass. Then you build a house. Except I have a very bad habit of skipping that last one. For ages. Instead, I tend to live in, well, whatever I can dig out within 5 minutes. And that tends to be where I stay for months. But not this time. This time, we are building a house today, now, day one. No, I didn't build this one. This is a, this is actually a stone cutter in a village here. And specifically, it is a village that we have designated as the starting village. We are all going to be building houses here in among these village ones. I don't know if we're going to be tearing down the existing ones, but yeah, it's basically somebody found a skeleton spawner here and decided, hey, maybe this is a good place to set up shop. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and build stuff here. Now some of the others have already been off building their stuff in their places. Which are probably spoilers, so I'm not going to get any closer than that. But, despite the fact that we were told yesterday this was the area, nobody else has actually made it over here yet. There is a enchantium that was built, I think they said Pearl built it. I'm sorry if it wasn't Pearl. I mean, it's pretty adorable, but on a house. So, for once in my life, I'm planning on going ahead and beating people to the punch on building houses and not just living in a hole in the wall for like 3 months before I get around to building anything. But I gotta decide where in this village I want to go ahead and do that. Alright, so I mean, obviously there's the nice big spaces here and here. That I think I shouldn't encroach on because of that. Because of the skeleton spawner. That first step is a doozy, and I may I may bully the others into letting me go ahead and terraform that, or at least build like a nice A nice staircase up. I feel like this is just a running thing I'm seeing in villages ever since Pillage Village started coming out, is just these two-tiered villages that, like the village flattened itself out on top of a hill, and then there's stuff down below still. Little tree in the town square. We have to leave the town square alone as far as I'm concerned. So that would mean that we need to go ahead and like slope this over a bit. This whole area here, I could also go down onto the water. Oh. I think I'll wander around for a minute, and I've decided, oh, don't mind the Vex in the distance. There was a raid apparently, and he didn't get the memo that it's over, so he's just kind of floating around still. But yeah, I'll go ahead and pick out a spot and be back with you guys. Okay, so I think I have roughed out approximately where I would like to have this. I think I'm going to be going 1 block wider in each direction in this direction here. Maybe even 2, and kind of having it be down under the water in a bit. But I'm going to have an entrance that's down here, and then one that's up here. Maybe even up slightly from here. The idea is that this is going to be, well, the bottom's going to be stone brick, but I realized that I only brought cobble with me. So I need to go get some regular stone or start some smelting going. And then it's gonna do the whole like pop out by like 2 thing here. And the top half is, I'm kind of in between doing like white concrete type of stuff for a, my brain has forgotten the word. Kind of a whitewashed kind of look to it. That would then have crossbars across it, or I don't know, almost going for kind of stuff that would blend in with what the village currently has. So probably not white terracotta. I'm thinking remember what color is actually like the really tannish one. I don't know. All I know is that I am going to go ahead and start roughing this out more, but first I'm going to get some stone going. But the one other problem I was having with this place was the sound of horses constantly just jumping up and down in the background, and it was only horses that were doing it. So I had set up a little fenced area over there, and like was just going to go ahead and move all the horses over there. But I showed up and had a better idea. So, horrifying squeals aside, I now am free of that sound and only have the occasional gentle baaing of this one pink sheep in the background. He may stay. And I also went fishing, and by fishing I mean swimming around with my sword. It turns out the fish spawn like crazy in this version. I am pretty okay with that because it gives me a like source of food I can get self-sufficiently. I know it's not the fastest option, but at the moment it seems most practical since I'm right here. It also gives me bonus cats. Fine, no one likes you anyway. I'm going to continue munching on my cooked salmon, and I'm going to continue putting vines up on the side of my building to have them grow so I can get additional mossy. So, close enough, whatever. Okay, so I've got, well, number one, I've got starting to get the feeling this is a little bit too all for what I'm after, but I'll just figure out some way to make it reinforced looking. But yeah, I now have the outside outlined here. And more importantly, I have the inside dug out. Sides are not going to be pure stone brick. I've just been doing that for the time being. I'm debating making this wall go ahead and be like some combination of stone and granite to make it look more like this has been dug into the edge of the cliff, even from the inside. But yeah, I'm actually starting to get really happy with it. What I'm honestly starting to think is I may try to make this look like this place originally was a house built on top of this hill, and time has just kind of worn away the underneath it. So instead of it being a pillar just holding up the one corner that was at kind of towards the edge, now the whole thing's kind of exposed. But it may be too big for that, so figure it out. I think it'll just depend on if I put cross beams at a level along here. Now that that is done, I've got quite a bit more dirt to my name now. And oh, by the way, I won. Tamed him. Best was hat. Now he won't look at me, mind you. But yeah, Dad's a good kitty. All right. So we're a couple nights later, and I am starting to have something that actually looks like a building. It's gone through a few changes, most of it being shortening it. But we have the first floor down here, which I'm going to go ahead and temporarily put none of those, even though that's not going to be the final. Very cramped. Might get changed out to some kind of a stone floor once I'm done. The idea is that originally this was actually the bottom level of the house right here. The foundation went down like a block or two on this side, but it was just kind of sitting here on the hillside. But the ocean's kind of torn that down after years and years, so now the foundation kept getting built up more and more. And eventually there was enough space to go ahead and put a room down here. I don't know if I'm going to actually have a staircase from this upstairs, or if I'm going to have this more of like a secret area. We'll see. But I'm going to put another layer up there, which I'm planning on doing. I just realized I don't have those yet. No! Okay, now I do have more spruce. Ha ha ha. Thought I'd run out of planks at the worst possible time. But yeah, I'm going to be doing kind of this kind of a number on for structures to hold it up. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and continue building on that. I'll be back. Okay, so I came over here and zoomed way in, thinking that it would give me a better angle on it. But it just kind of emphasizes how silly it looks without the rest of the roof in place. Yeah, I still need to go ahead and put the inside of the roof on there, but I haven't decided yet what material I want to use for that. So I gotta do that. And yeah, but I'm happy with how the framing is turning out. I know I'm happy with the edges here. I'm gonna go ahead. There we go. I'll need something to go along there also. But yeah, mainly I gotta figure out what I want to make the roof itself out of. And kind of between oak or like I want stone brick stairs, but I feel like the tiles are too big looking, especially compared to how planks are nowadays, because you can see like the little side thing of the planks. But yeah, I'm gonna try around with a few materials, and I will let you know how that's going. But overall, I'm pretty proud of this. This is definitely fast for my standards of how long it takes me to build things. Can't believe I'm only on episode 1. I'm already having storage. This is ridiculous. I mean, it's partially because I have, like, issues of having, like, one piece left over on some stuff here. Yeah. Oh, goodness. Well, anyway, I just went over and got a whole ton of oak logs here, because I am... Goodness, half of them. That. I am going to make a bunch of stairs. And hopefully not regret it. I am... Oh, okay. I was like, stairs don't go that far, but I still kind of don't, but... I think these are what I want to use for the inside of the roof. I'm not 100% sure yet. But first I had to show you this that got parked next to my place. Well, I'd hate to tell you, but this isn't the shopping district. That said, oh my god, the prettiness of the signs now. Oh, I love it. But yeah. It's got a bunch of picks in here for 2 diamonds each. And might actually buy 2 of them, combine them, and then combine them with the one that he gifted me before. To actually have a Fortune 3 diamond pick. But we shall see. I haven't decided for sure yet. Anyway, more importantly here, gonna get on up here and do the first bit of the roof on the side here. To see for sure how it looks. Now it occurs to me I'm gonna have a really wonky time filling in this part here. Because I do want those to have the underside that side so that they match up with outside and don't look odd. Nope. Go. I don't have ender pearls yet, so I can't escape through thin corners. No, you know what? Actually, I think it looks good having it dip in like that. It creates an interesting effect to it. So yeah, I think I'm happy with that being the choice of materials for the rest of the roof. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then I think it's just like windows on that level. And oh my gosh. Almost there. So I thought I'd take a quick minute while I'm finishing up this roof to go over some basics of this season. First of all, the seed is 96. Just 96. No catch, nothing more, just those 2 numbers. It was picked because all the biomes were easily accessible and there was a nice variety around spawn. The 15 of us have been arranged in a circle around the central bay. Theoretically, our bases should be inside those little circles, but the whole wedge from there on out is ours, and we're free to let others use our land as we please too. In the center, we've got the village city, where we are right now, as well as shopping and gaming areas for later use, and a special project right there in the center of the map. Some other areas are reserved in case we want to create special holiday displays later, but all of these are just loose outlines anyway, nothing super strict. That's me up in the top left. I'm in a mountainy taiga area. My neighbors right now are Silent Whisperer to the west and DB's 8035 to the east. And I think that is the whole roof. Let's step back and take a look at it. Yeah. I think that's looking pretty good. Alright, I am just getting down to the finishing touches on this place, or at least the finishing touches that are going to be done tonight, if I'm going to be honest with myself about this description. Yeah, there's just going to be sticks sitting over there for a moment, I'm sorry. But yeah, this side over here is going to have to wait a bit to actually get done. Actually, that, yeah, we'll do something like that, and I may do the same 2 spots. But yeah, basically I'm just finishing up this outside detailing here. Close to done. So close. So I've realized the one problem with this house, that is that there's no, like, really good angle to view it at. I guess maybe if I change my field of view that might help. But the only, like, remotely decent one blocked with the wagon. Dang it. But no. I think we're practically done. We're definitely done for this episode. The exterior is done unless I want to do any kind of like texturing to it. Or unless I decide I want windows on that upper area right there anyway. The interior, well, interior is definitely not done. I am, as usual, cursed with the inability to build a house that fits staircases in it. So I'm gonna have to sort out where exactly I want the stairs because I don't like them going in front of the window. But it's definitely a start. It's definitely fairly neat. Yeah, and I'm also thinking I'll put an attic space up above here, but I'll just have a ladder up to that part. Yeah, no, I'm actually really happy with how this turned out and with how quickly this turned out. I got this knocked out in a day, which is surprising for me, but you know, I said that I was gonna go ahead and go ham when I got over here, and so far so good. Oh no, that's from the, I thought I had a block that was out of place there, but it's actually from the chimney. That's one of the things that I need to get sorted out, is the stove. And actually there's one other thing, one part about the exterior that does need to be done still. I would just like to note that I have been long spoiled by Optifine, and that I miss my cheaty zoom key. Um, but I've gone ahead and brought my field of view in. This side, especially the top there, when I went ahead and put those struts on the other side, and I'll go show you again what those look like in a second, I'd forgotten how I'd put the windows on this side. And I knew I didn't really want windows on the far side because of where the chimney is. But now I don't have a way to put any kind of struts or decoration in that area, and I don't like that. No idea how I feel about those fence posts. I think I hate them. So those may be going away. And I gotta figure out if and how there's gonna be access to the bottom still. And honestly, those are kind of where I want you guys' help. If people can go ahead and tell me whether they think that I should go ahead and adapt this side to match the far side and add and split the windows into that, or if I should keep this and go ahead and figure out how to make the struts work with what I've got on this side. I'd really appreciate that input. And I'll go ahead and head back over to the other side just so you guys can see again what that set of struts looks like. This is what we're looking at over on this side. So you can definitely see where I could fit windows in on the sides. Now they would be pressed right up against the walls, or they would be like not filling that whole space. They'd be there and there type of a deal. But I could work with those. So those are the things that I would like you guys' advice on, and then I will go ahead and work on them and next episode, along with finishing up the terraforming along here. And until then, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I'm really pleased with everything that we got done, and yeah, even though it is in the starter area, not anywhere near where we're going to be building in the end of the day. Actually, you know what? What am I saying? That's actually a good thing. I'm glad that I built in the starter area to start with. Like, well, because it's to start with, like I just accidentally said there. And because, well, I'm really hoping that everybody goes ahead and builds in here. I'm really excited to be part of this community now, and I really want to see what we can accomplish together as a group. So I'm happy to see what houses everybody else winds up building. Huh. Thanks everybody for joining me, and I'll see you next time.